myself anymore and make things that don't break. You know what I mean? So I understand totally, right? People don't want to work. It's a crazy, crazy, crazy world. But so I was going to say what one has to kind of reset a little bit, I think, and I'm not kidding, is this idea of niche. Do you know, like niche marketing or something, or niche quality or niche taste? You know, it's like,
it's gotten, yeah. And as far as the social,
you have to like set your sights a little bit. Like you can't have 3 jillion people, because if you have 3 jillion people, it's just not going to be that good. You know what I mean? So if you have, 300,000 people, like, congratulations to you. You know what I mean? But yeah.
Right. And like, well, to that point, like, just not to bring it back to like a Kim Kardashian, but like, if you look at her, she really did perfect one thing immensely before saying, like, if she wanted to do skins and beauty and everything on day 2, we would have, it's too much. Yes. Like, it's almost like you really gotta have your thing first.
Right. I think so. Yes. I mean, what her thing was is also quite, interesting and dubious. And it really is just about her personality, which I think is an incredible, incredible thing, right? It's an incredible breakthrough in the ether. It's like a glass ceiling. And everybody makes fun of it and they go, oh, what is she? She's not this and she's not that. Yeah, but look who she's not anything except look who she is, right? Look how influential and look how it hasn't gone away, right? Look how it hasn't gone away all these years, right?
All these years.
And Kris is a doll. Kris is so smart. I love Kris. I'm a big fan of that whole scene. I mean it.
Do you know Kris?
I do know Kris. Yes, I like Kris a lot. Kris is great because she used to go to QVC every once in a while, and it was like, from afar. And then we got to, to meet and talk a few times. I love Kris, and she likes my book, and she sent me books, and I don't know, I just adore her. But
well, maybe when you take this show after 54 Below to LA, maybe your next stop should be LA. Maybe Kris will pop on by.
Well, I have my first date in LA, which is going to be in March of 2023 at the Annenberg Center, which is very exciting. So if you're watching, Kris, get your tickets.
Get your tickets and bring the whole family on down.
And bring the girls, darling. Bring them, because I love them. I mean it.
No,
do you love them? Are you like a big fan of the Kardashians or what?
I mean, I know you associate me with Madonna, but yes, I mean, I love them. Listen, I mean, this new, I agree with what you're saying. Like, you can't say it's many, many, many years now, people. Like, they're onto something. They're not forcing anyone to follow them. Like, it's working. Right. And in my experience, from people that I've talked to that are like in the inner camp once removed, they're workers. Like, I think they, you never really hear about that. And listen, they have maybe not the best choice in personal relationships or men all the time, but you never hear about them. Right. Like,
which of the brilliant people of the world pick the right lovers until the end? You wait till the end.
Well, I was going to say, I'm a single girl. So I mean, you're at least a happily married man over there. So you know what you're doing.
That's right. I think, what? I think, how old are you, David? Can I ask?
Well, I'm not as young as I think, when you mentioned 88.
Don't tell me, because I'm not going to tell you if you ask me how old I am, because I can't even bring myself to say the word.
Isaac, I can't even bring myself to say the word either.
Well, here's the thing. I met my husband when I was literally 39 years old. Okay. So that's how old I was. It took me till then. And I got, I met him walking my dog, which I got that year. That's how I met my husband. And I think it's really smart to wait, I really do. Some of my best friends, this friend of mine who met the love of his life very young, he was still in his 20s, and they're still together, And I can't believe it. Like, when he first started dating this guy, I was like, leave him. You're crazy. No. And then they moved in together. I was like, no. What are you doing? Are you crazy? You're going to break up in 5 minutes. And they still haven't broken up, And I think that is amazing. That is amazing. And they're both so smart and so, kind of well-grounded, these two fellows. So I think it's going to last for them, but that's the rare exception, the rare exception. I think you need to fuck around, meet as many people as you can, date as many people as you can, sleep with everybody. And then you kind of understand what you don't want anymore and what you do want,
I agree. Now, I have two friends, the same that you say. They live in New York, same thing. They got together in their 20s. They're still together. I don't understand it either, but I agree with your way of doing it. It's not for me. I had to go like and do whatever without. I mean, I never could have married someone at 20. And
Wait a minute. Did you see the brilliant revival of Company on Broadway?
no,
Are you crazy?
I know.
David, you got to see it because it's closing, I think, the end of this week.
Oh
Just
gosh.
to see Patti LuPone do that number, it's like, I mean, you could see it on YouTube, but it's best to see it in person while you still can. Trust me, it is an incredible thing. And that queen, whoever they are, who does that I'm not getting married number, he is so beyond. And he stops the show. It's literally an ovation that takes like 20 minutes. It's an amazing moment in the theater. I'm obsessed with that. Speaking of, 35-ish and not married yet, and everybody's like concerned about you're getting married. And it's this whole gender reversal. Like now Bobby is a woman played by the wonderful Katrina Zenk. She's incredible. Everybody in it is so great. But especially this one queen who does I'm not getting married. Honey, this person is so, and the way it's staged and the scenic design and the direction, I'm telling you, and the musical direction, it's very, very, very special, this show. It's great.
I love it. Well, I know you associate me with Madonna, and we only had like one question, but I mean, I would assume you would also associate me with Housewives. Now, listen, there is the connection. I mean, 54 Below, we have Countess Luann, who just,
darling, totally.
so when I thought of you in your debut there, I'm like, have you ever seen Luann's show?
Only on snips in the Housewives, which I watch. I watch the New York Housewives and I watch the LA House, the Beverly Hills Housewives. And I started Dubai and I just couldn't with all the clothes and the kind of sex clown thing going on. I can't do it. It's like, who dresses like that to lunch and expects me to care? You know what I mean? It's like, really, you're wearing all that to like some casual lunch? Like, oh girl, first of all, I just could not invest in it, But here's what I am completely and fully invested in are these like girl trip shows. Have you watched excuse me, Bluestone Manor, excuse me.
I can't.
A what? I can't.
It's like it's
can't.
where Andy Cohen, what has taken, like, this idea is so brilliant. Why do we
so
have to
great.
wait this?
It's so
right?
great. And the great thing about the most recent one is it's like the ex-wives club, which is hilarious. And just Dorinda going, well, I'm on pause. And you're like, no, girl, you're not on pause. Like, Andy, break it to her gently that she's not on pause,
Did you have a favorite?
Well, I have to say, my favorite person in the world is Vicki Gunvalson, because I think she's probably like a big Republican, like Trumper or something like that. But we don't know about that. So what we don't know, like, we just have to appreciate how fucking crazy and how entertaining she is, And even in a slump, she was sort of the center of that whole damn thing,
I do think she's